Hey guys, I am back and I thought what better way to jump into making videos again than to do more of a casual vlog. So that's what today's video is going to be. You're just going to be following me around as I move throughout my work day. I don't know how interesting this vlog will be because most of the things I have to do today are more on my computer. There isn't really anything physical I have to do. I've been doing some online sourcing, so that's something I'm going to tackle today. I'll talk a little bit more about it later. There's some things I have to do with that. Then I'll have to do some listings, some relisting, and I think that's the major things for work. Other than that, it'll be just house stuff. I need to clean out my fridge to make room for some new groceries. I'll need to get those groceries ordered as well. So those are just some of the major things I'll be working on. Right now, I'm just making myself an egg sandwich to get some fuel for the rest of the day. After that, I'll be cleaning up this kitchen and then I will get back with you so we can talk about online sourcing. All right, it is now currently 10:26. This is a lot later than I'd like it to be. I'm barely now sitting at my desk ready to start getting in some work. In between eating and cleaning and getting myself together, I did have to stop and rock baby for a bit. So that's just been the case as of lately. With a newborn now, everything just takes a lot longer than it used to, and I just have to work around his schedule now. Still, I have been managing to get at least some stuff done, but for now, let's get into online sourcing, how I've been doing it, how it works, and all of that. So the first way that I've been sourcing online is right on Mercari. I just go in and put into the search bar shoe lots and then just look through all of the search results. I used to do this in the past and never really had that much luck, but it seems as of lately, other people who buy wholesale lots are putting up some reseller lots for sale on Mercari, meaning they'll put up shoes specifically for resellers. In the past, I didn't see that much, so I was surprised. When I tried it again, I was seeing a whole bunch of options to choose from. I haven't really tried it on Poshmark. I've just been doing it on Mercari. So far, I have one order on the way, an 18-piece lot of shoes. So I'm excited to get that in, get them prepped and up and listed. The cost of goods for those 18 pair of shoes was right around the same as what I pay for when I go to the thrift store. So that is great. Hopefully that works out and I can continue with that. That would be a great way to get a lot more inventory without having to go out sourcing a whole lot more. The second way that I've been sourcing online is via the Flyp app. I've talked about this app in the past, but the thing is that they have two different sections to their business. The first section is all about a Poshmark sharer. So they built this Poshmark sharer to support the other part of the business, which is consignment. The first part of the business, the Poshmark sharer, I did create a whole video tutorial on it, which I will link in a card up above and in the description of this video. So you can go check that out if you're looking for a free tool that shares your Poshmark closet all day and also sends offers on autopilot for you. Go check out that video if that sounds good to you. But the other part, the consignment part, I'd never really tried it until recently, and so far I'm really liking it. In the future, I may create a whole detailed video on how it works. If you'd really like to see that, leave a comment and I'll make it more of a priority. But I'll just give you a quick rundown right now of how it works. So every day at 5 o'clock my time, which is Eastern Standard Time, Flyp drops what do they call those things? I think just lots or boxes. Basically, it's just a bunch of inventory that people want to get rid of, but they don't want to do all the work of photographing and listing on all of these platforms. So they are looking for someone to do it for them. At 5 o'clock, when those lots drop, you will go into the Flyp app. Once you've signed up and created your account, you'll be able to apply to resell those lots for these people. The next morning, you'll get a notification if you've been matched up with someone, if someone has accepted your application. From there, you'll send them out some estimates of what you think you could sell their items for. And if they accept that, then you're good to go. They will ship the products to you. You will then start photographing and listing it for them and just keep them updated along the way when things sell. And you don't have to pay anything at all out of pocket for this inventory until it sells. Then y'all will divide the commission depending on what y'all agreed on when you apply for the lot. So I hope all that makes sense, but that's just a general idea of how Flyp consignment works. Today, I am working on my second lot that I've been accepted for on Flyp. The first one, I'm about halfway through with it. I've sold half of the inventory. Now I'm going to go ahead and send estimates for this second lot to see if she accepts my estimates. I just logged on to Flyp and realized I'm actually on my third lot. So this first one right here, 50% of it is sold. This other one right here is just a bunch of purses. That one is pending shipping, so I'm waiting for her to ship out the items to me. And then this one at the top is the one that I need to send the price estimates for. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. So I'll just go through, look through the items, do some comps on Poshmark and eBay, and kind of get an estimate of how much I expect to get on the low end and the high end, and send her those estimates, and hopefully she accepts and ships these items out to me. When I'm To quickly look up comps for these Flyp items, all I do is take a screenshot of the photo that the client uploaded to Flyp. Then I share that screenshot to Google Lens. Usually that does the trick to pull up the item information along with the style name, so then I can use that to input it into Poshmark or eBay and do exact comps for the item so that I'm sending the most accurate estimates possible. When I'm on Flyp looking for lots to apply for, I try to apply for those that have mostly shoes or mostly purses, because that's my main focus in reselling right now. I wanted to stay away from clothing, but with this lot right here, the clothing is such good brands that I thought it'd be worth a try anyway. She does have, let's see, 2, 4, 5 pairs of shoes, and the rest are just clothing, some Good American, some Lily Pulitzer, some Free People. So I decided to go ahead and pick it up anyway, even though there's a bunch of clothing. If you want to try out Flyp, the link for it will be down in the description. I did have a couple of people this week accept my application, so at the end of the video, I will share a haul of the items that have been shipped to me already. That way you know what to expect if you do decide to try consigning with Flyp. Estimates have been sent. The next thing I'm going to work on is this little section right here, which is listing, relisting on Poshmark and on eBay, and maybe listing a few things on Depop. I did finally just pull the trigger and started with Depop. I think I have about 10 items on there so far, and there's really no activity going on as of now, but I know that sometimes things take time. It took a long time before I started to see some progress on Mercari and on eBay as well. So I'm just going to be slowly listing stuff over there. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep up with it because it is a little bit time consuming, learning a whole new platform and just doing it the right way. But as of now, I'm just slowly getting into it and letting things just happen. Hopefully we see some momentum over there and I can keep that platform. And if not, it was worth a try. All right, on to listing now. To list, all I do is upload the pictures onto the List Perfectly software. I use a description template, quickly fill that in, set a price, and that's it. Later on in the day, my daughter will take those listings I created and she will copy them to Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari for me. Eventually, I do want to teach her how to create a listing from scratch, but that's how we've been doing it for now. All right, so now I have about 2 more hours to try to get some work done. So what I'm going to do is work on my relisting on Poshmark and Mercari, my ending and selling similar on eBay, and I'm going to try to get at least 2 to 3 items up on Depop as well. And hopefully we can fit a little nap in there before it's time to do school pickup. Have 3 kids I have to pick up from school, all at different schools, so I like to try to get a little nap in before having to go do all of those kind of errands. That's been my strategy as of lately with the baby. When he naps, I try to squeeze in a nap as well. That's the only way I can have energy to get all of my tasks done throughout the day. But with all of that being said, I will be back to check in and see what other things we can tackle in the afternoon when the school pickup is done. It is much later in the afternoon. After picking up the kids from school, we got home, had lunch. After that, I got to cleaning out my fridge, and that was my intention, to only clean out the fridge so that I can do my meal planning. I just like having my fridge and cupboards cleaned out so that I know what I have, so that I know what kind of recipes I will be making for the following week. But that cleaning out the fridge turned out into a whole kitchen deep cleaning. So now it is a lot later than I anticipated it would be. So I don't have that much time for the evening to get a whole lot more work done. Pretty soon the baby is going to want to eat again. So I am going to go ahead and wrap up this vlog here so that I can finish my meal planning. I also have a swing set that I have to assemble. And I also want to have a little bit of time to apply for some more Flyp lots. They just dropped about an hour ago. So I want to make sure to go ahead and apply for some more. Earlier, the lady who I applied for sent her the estimates. She accepted them. So now I have 3 Flyp lots that I will be working on. And I want to just continue to have inventory coming in from Flyp because that is a very great deal. Profit on inventory that I don't have to pay for. So I really want to continue applying every day and just keeping those lots coming in, and hopefully this does become a main source of income for me. We have these good American jeans. They are size 2. They're a little bit distressed, but they look in excellent condition overall. So it is a little bit of a smaller size, but since it's such a good brand, hopefully they end up doing good. Here's the second clothing piece. We have a Lily Pulitzer colorful sleeveless dress. Again, the size concerns me on this one. It is a size 0, but it is so beautiful and so colorful, so hopefully it ends up performing very good too. The next two are also Lily Pulitzer dress. So here's the other one. They're all small sizes, super colorful. This one has a lot of mixed print patterns on it, and it is very spring-like, so hopefully we can get that sewed fairly quickly. Here's the next Lily Pulitzer dress, a little bit more on the elegant side, and this dress looks super familiar to me. I feel like I've sewed this dress or one very similar to it, but in a navy blue color, and this one is even smaller at a size 00, but I'm sure there's women who are that small out there. This next one is a brand I've never heard of called Sherry Hill. I did a little bit of research, and it just seems to be a formal dress wear type company. They have a lot of gowns, a lot of glitter, studs, beading, colorful dresses. This is a strapless dress, a size 4, so not too bad, not as bad as Zero's, and it is pleated, just chiffon material here, very flowy, so it is the perfect weather for this kind of dress. The last clothing piece from lot number 1 is this bell sleeve. I don't know if you'd call this a dress, a top, a sweater, but it is by Free People, so more than likely it can be any of those. It is a size small, a little bit see-through here, some embroidery going on along the chest, some crochet, very flowy bottom, high-low hem, so very beautiful overall, lightweight piece. And then with lot number 1, I also got 5 pairs of shoes. First up, we have these Lucky Brand wedge style cork shoes. They have an ankle strap. There is a little bit of distressing along this ankle strap, but nothing too major. I think I can still get those sewed. Then we have this sack roots. I think this is probably the least best piece in this lot, if that makes any sense, but they're just some woven double buckle slip-on slides. Nothing too special. These here are decent. They are some Free People chambray strap flat sandals. They have a little bit of wear at the bottom, but nothing too major, still very wearable. These right here are one of my favorites from the lots I got today. These are some ModCloth for Hello Kitty flats. So they're beautiful with the black and gold. I love that color contrast, but also they're just in very good condition. These here are some Coach flats, overall good condition. There are some minor marks throughout the shoes, like here in the front we have a pen mark. Where'd it go? Not even sure if you can see it on this camera, but there is a pen mark there. In the back there's a little bit of creasing and also a little bit of more ink looking mark right there, but just overall good shoe. Preppy flats do really well for me. This here is the second lot in the back. They all, well, not all, 3 of them came with boxes, so I guess that adds a little bit of value. The only thing about these back shoes, the second lot, is the size of the shoes are so small. So here we have some Clark's cushioned shoes, and these insoles are very cushiony. I felt them. We have some animal print, some espadrille, but these are size 5. Then we have these, also a small size. It is a 36 EU, which I know is a small US size, maybe like a 5 or a 6. Very good condition at the bottom. These are like new, stretchy, comfortable. I've sold some of these before. They don't sell for much. I do very well with a lot of Michael Kors shoes. There are a lot that I skip at the thrift store, but these are decent. Espadrille wedge. The espadrille does have a little bit of wear, so we'll see how it ends up performing, but just overall good condition. A little bit of drag on the heel, but I don't think it'll affect it too much. If that espadrille was looking a lot better, then we'd be in good shape, but I know I can get something out of those. Then we have these Donald J. Pliner. This wedge here is not espadrille, it is more basket woven wedge, so that is unique. And then the last shoe here is another preppy flat burgundy dark red with the button detail here. Overall very good condition, but look at this size 35 EU. That must be like a 4 or a 5 in US, but we'll see what we can do with those. If anything, they could fit a little girl. So yes, those are my 2 lots that I got in today from Flyp. The next time I'll see you will probably be towards the end of the month when I do my monthly income reseller report. I am behind 2 months, so I'm going to have to find a creative way to combine March and April, but that's when I will see you next. And hopefully by that time, I'm a little bit more settled with the baby and a new schedule so that I can start producing content every week after that. But that's all for today's vlog. Thank you so much for everyone who tuned in today. Leave a comment down below if you'd like me to make more of these in the future. And that's all for me today. I'll see you next time.